Hey guys, what's up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. Now to start it off, a tweet from @GordonGekko369. He says, "Much hope lost, many are selling XRP, sideways market getting to people's emotions. XRP is about to do the unimaginable here in November." And this actually was brought to me by a couple of people in the community who tagged this tweet or who showed me this tweet. And the reason for that is because of the attitude. The attitude that he has here is that many people are losing their hope and many people are selling out, but we all kind of know that some strange things are going to happen from this point on forward. And I'm personally not that convinced that the price is going to be doing something really insane right here, but I'm just really quite sure that the developments that we're seeing right now, all the positive news, all the positive developments, they're really going to be translating through over a longer period of time, and is really something that's cooking up really quite heavily here. He's also saying, though, in a perspective from the price, that we're going to do something crazy, but again, that's for a lot of you guys to decide yourself. At XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter says, Hong Kong's Crypto.com launched a cryptocurrency exchange, and it listed XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other coins on there. Cryptocom's crypto exchange opens up to beta testers November 18th and to a wider public in December. So again, another exchange that lists XRP, and if you don't know, Crypto.com is an exchange now, I guess, that promotes themselves really heavily. I mean, the chance is really quite small that you've never seen them before. I think they bought Monaco, right? Or the other way around. Monaco Coin bought Crypto.com. One of both ways. Again, from XRP Crypto Wolf, Ripple's Spring Dev Ethan Beard says, XRP's ecosystem, instead of fiat, will allow game developers to enable smaller transactions. It will shift the business model of the gaming industry from only selling virtual goods to buying and selling virtual goods. So what this is about is, for example, a game like CSGO, not actually trying to promote that or not trying to say that that's the only example, I just thought about it. They could, in an easier fashion, make an exchange on the game itself if they wanted to. Since we're not working with dollars, but again, through XRP, there's a lot of easier things that can go on there. The only problem, I think, is regulatory framework, but in this case, it's for smaller game developers most likely, and they can do very, very small transactions without any cost really. For example, real micropayments, in the sense of you can maybe buy something for 0.001 XRP, and a lot of people will just do that and it gives them some money. Maybe you can, in a game you can buy some gold for 1 cent every time. It's just really simple things that are now becoming a lot easier to do now that XRP is trying to make a dent in the gaming sector as well. The Bearable Bull retweeted for me, and again, I follow him because he puts up a lot of quality content surrounding the XRP and Ripple spaces. He retweeted something from @Mark_Phillips, and it says, exciting that Grayscale Invest is moving forward in XRP, or with XRP. To quote, by design, XRP is unlike many of its digital currency counterparts, and its unique characteristics have propelled its increasing adoption as a global payment rail. Read the report over here. It's an introduction to XRP at the Grayscale official website, but the fun part is that many people are really negative towards articles and tweets like this. They're saying, yeah, this is good, this is positive, but the price is going down. And you'll see that a lot more often, that people will be replying to this type of stuff in a negative sense. I just don't think that's necessary. I don't think reporting in a negative way has any sense, any use, and unless you're saying, all right, this coin is not doing what we want, we're going to be selling it. But here somebody's got 8 likes. Let's quickly read that. What boggles my mind is how long it takes these institutions to list the 3rd largest asset. They go out of their way to avoid it and list a bunch of other useless coins, only to finally come around and list XRP anyways. The asset that actually has utility. Coinbase did it too. Why? Well, I think they have to make a lot of agreements, they have a lot of frameworks to follow, and maybe from the first perspective, XRP doesn't seem to follow them, but maybe at another point in the future, or another point in the present, I guess, it does follow it after clear investigation. I don't completely know exactly what the reasons are for exchanges to stall with listing XRP, but there most likely be a good reason, as XRP is traded quite heavily, and also your exchange will get quite a lot of popularity if you do list it, so I don't completely know exactly why you would wait out on it. Now here's a fun little tweet from Crypto Dracula, crypto_Dracula, he says Ripple trolls JPM coin. Ashish Burla, JPM coin is just a database rebranded as a blockchain. It's a fun little part right here. We're going to quickly watch that if we can.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing that's really interesting about the JPM coin is that it's essentially just a database rebranded as a blockchain. I mean, there's really no inherent need for using a blockchain for that. But I think it does go back down to use cases. Remittances is one. The other, great use case for blockchains. We have a company that is sending e-commerce payments internationally. They are now able to send their freelancer payments multiple times per week, $10 a payment. There is no other technology, in my opinion, that can do that in the speed that we need and the cost that we need, other than using this technology.
But that's just not true. Most European countries have instantaneous.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing that's really interesting about the JPM coin is that it's essentially just a database rebranded as a blockchain. I mean, there's really no inherent need for using a blockchain for that. But I think it does go back down to use cases. Remittances is one. The other, great use case for blockchains. We have a company that is sending e-commerce payments internationally. They are now able to send their freelancer payments multiple times per week, $10 a payment. There is no other technology, in my opinion, that can do that.
I just showed it to you guys kind of twice, but it's important.
In the speed that we need and the cost that we need, other than using this technology.
But that's just not true. Most European countries have instantaneous.
I just find it funny. By the way, it was an accident that I played it up twice. It was not meant to be that way. But the idea here is actually kind of clear, and it was because I missed the beginning here that I didn't notice. But what they're referring to right here is that what JPM Coin is doing is actually kind of useless to a certain extent. They're making it seem as if they're making something quite revolutionary, but in the end, a blockchain where they're using it now is most likely not even necessary. They're just using their database, or making a database really, and they call it blockchain. But in the literal sense, what they're doing, they could have just done in the normal way as well, as what he's trying to say. Bull Run Wonka at Willy Wonka XRP on Twitter says, Google to offer checking accounts in partnerships with banks starting next year. Banks better adopt Ripple tech. TikTok, cash strong big tech is coming. Hold XRP, Wonka knows. And this is an article here that says, Google to offer checking accounts in partnerships with banks starting next year. Google's the latest big tech company to make a move into banking and personal finances services. The company is gearing up to offer checking accounts, etc., etc., etc. Now, one video we made yesterday, I think, was about some of these bigger companies and the Ripple's checking them all out and such. Now, a fun thing I find about this all is that it's all kind of coming together. And I also think that once Ripple starts to make one or two partnerships in the behemoth section, so for example, someone like Google, Uber, Amazon, or anything related, starts to maybe help out with the payments from them, since they're doing so many payments, and maybe Ripple can mean something for them. I don't really know if they can. I'm assuming they most likely can do something. That at one of those points is just going to kind of scale. Like we saw with McCaff's Law, that once you start to get a couple of nodes in the network, it really starts to expand heavily as you get more, and because they multiply. And I think that really one of the things we're missing is just one of these behemoths to really openly state that Ripple is amazing. For example, we got MoneyGram right now, but everybody would just say, yeah, MoneyGram was doing bad, Ripple bought them, so they're of course saying good things about Ripple, or at least Ripple invested heavily into MoneyGram. I shouldn't say bought them, as they just invested $30 to $50 million in them. But I'm personally, again, of the opinion that there needs to be at least one big guy who says, yes, this is amazing, and then maybe we can start to translate further in a quick fashion. Tron's cross-chain platform release could trigger next wave up. Now, I noticed a lot of people are happy with Tron right now, and since Justin Sun is splurting out new announcements, some people have kind of changed their heart by saying, his announcements are shitty, he's announcing an announcement, but he's also announcing some real things, and maybe this is going to be good. So here he said, so everyone and their mother has a blockchain now. Better build a cross-chain. The Tron cross-chain project will be available on November 15th. PBFT consensus, 1 second confirmation, SPV validation. Quickly read that out. Here is the tweet, the official tweet here. Tron blockchain interoperability and cross-chain communication at a glance, Justin Sun, founder of Tron, has announced that Tron will officially make an appearance in blockchain interoperability and cross-chain communication. We believe the future will be a world where a number of chains can coexist and interact with each other. In order to ensure secure, efficient cross-chain interconnection and asset transfer, Tron has proposed its own cross-chain plan, where a number of parachains will be linked to and supported by the Tron chain, with the latter acting as the relay chain in the middle. So here's the whole process and the plan. But yeah, you can kind of get it. A lot of people are excited about this. A lot of people say that this is going to be changing the game. This is going to be living it all up. We're going to be seeing, guys. I don't report on it too much, as most likely not that much will be happening to the price, but who knows, guys? Who knows? Satoshi Nakamoto found Bitcoin founder may have donated 50 Bitcoin to Grin. Announcement: donation to the Grin General Fund, November 11th. Lindbergh wrote, "I'm pleased to announce receipt of another Coinbase donations to Grin's General Fund." And there we can see the transaction. It's 50 Bitcoin. I had the privilege to interact there via Grin Forum. So that's a pretty big donation right there. And Ika says 50 BTC donation suspected to be from Satoshi according to Satoshi Light. And then Charlie says, no, that was just a joke. In the end here, I don't really see any significance in this. It's just a joke. But I don't know what the Grin Foundation is completely about, but they sent 50 Bitcoin. That's not a joke right there. That's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Now, also, Coinbase Card adds 5 more cryptocurrencies and launches in 10 new countries. I'm really wondering how this card works, as I've never really seen it live before. Is it just like live on Apple Pay or something like that? Because that's what they make it look like here. But I believe it's just the card within the app, right? But yeah, it kind of looks like it. Now, on Thursday, Coinbase added support for 5 more cryptocurrencies: BAT, REP, XLM, XRP, and ZRX, which is, again, quite amazing. That brings the total supported to 9, with the original 4 being Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. Again, not too much to be said here. This card was originally launched in the UK in April, and they're starting to introduce it to a lot of European countries right now. I don't know if it's already in the Netherlands. I don't believe so, because I've not seen it around. No, newly supported countries, none to the Netherlands in here. But you can check out the full list if I wanted to, but I don't care just quite enough. But yeah, I think that's a pretty interesting thing as well, this new card on the market. Do you guys use these crypto cards? Like, you have the cards at Crypto.com, you have Sologenic with XRP that's starting to lift themselves up. You have your Coinbase card, and you have a lot of other ones out there. Like, are you planning on using one of these cards, or have you used one of these cards before? Or what's the idea there? Because I'm not completely sure how simple it's going to be and how simple with taxes it's going to work and such. And also, are your transactions just recorded like in a normal fashion? Or, yeah, I think so, right? Oh, it's just like normal, but then okay, it's just a Visa debit card, really, but then from Coinbase. Yeah, I get it, I guess. It's not that strange. It's not that weird. I just have never started to use it. I've never really looked into it too deep enough to, start to see the benefits too much. But maybe I will fairly soon. Thank you guys all for watching this video, though. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you press the like button, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. If you also want to be tagged in some of my posts that I do on Twitter or YouTube, make sure you send me some news, or make sure you send me some stuff that I can cover in a video, and I'll actually give you a little shout out within the video, and also tag you once I upload the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.